What's up, brother?
What the hell?
Brother. Okay. Hey, guys.
Sorry.
Hey, guys. Shop Talk Podcast, episode 26. Monday show right now. Today, hope everybody had a good Easter. April Fool's Day today. Kyle, Mercury is coming back.
April Fools.
Did you see that, though?
Yeah. Mercury Snow Twister would be sweet. Mercury would be a sweet brand to come back.
I thought of the planet.
Oh,
when I read
no,
it.
You know, like boat motors, Mercury boat
Yeah,
motors.
yeah. Uh-huh.
They make sweet boat motors. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they build a sled.
Did they make a sled ever?
Yeah.
Or,
Oh, yeah.
No, that? Okay.
Mercury Snow Twisters, Trail Twisters. Yeah.
That's going to be a segment in a future episode where I'm going to have a list of old sleds.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ramble them off and see if Kyle can tell me a fact about them
I
or
think
something.
there was like 150 some all running at the same time in Minnesota.
JCPenney
Yeah. Sears.
JCPenney sold them or what?
made their own sleds.
Oh, what?
Sears did too.
Well, Sears kind of makes more sense than JCPenney, but
Yep.
what the
Yeah.
hell?
So, yeah. Okay, episode 26.
Yeah. Happy Easter, everybody.
Big episode.
Yeah.
Supercross was this weekend. No snowmobile racing going on. Supercross this weekend. Triple Crown in St. Louis. Eli Tomac takes first win of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So to have a calling guest for this weekend, we have Kyle Lawler, Eli Tomac's practice bike mechanic. How cool is that?
It's pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
It surprised me when you said we have a big guest. It's like, oh, who? Like, I was just thinking someone local or
Yeah.
a snowmobile racer, but no, big guy, big time show.
Yeah.
That's, still relevant. I was thinking maybe somebody, retired guys. you
Yeah.
know?
No, that'd still be cool, but
Yeah,
yeah, this is pretty damn cool.
So I thought, since Tomac won this weekend, hit up how it works out is Dustin Dorn and then Dustin's buddy Blake Kane.
I don't remember his last name. I just remember him at
Dustin's buddy. Any
Millville.
snowmobilers might know him as the one guy who went to go fuel up Dustin's sled one of the mornings at the I-500. 20 blowout in American flag shorts. If anybody's seen those pictures, that's Blake.
That sounds like Blake.
And so Blake is buddies with Kyle. So that's how mutual friends. So that's how
Not this Kyle, the Kyle that we're gonna call.
Yeah, the Kyle we're gonna call. So that's how I pitched it, and it worked out. So I was super excited.
Yeah.
So Eli Tomac's practice bike mechanic. Super stoked.
I thought it was an April Fool's joke at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like right afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought like, oh, he's joking.
Oh,
And then you kept talking about it. I'm like, oh no, it's real.
Yeah.
Oh, you want us to think of questions.
yeah. So I was pretty excited about that. So before we give him a call here in a few minutes, shout out to Northern Crankshaft.
Hell yeah.
Kyle, your team.
Hell yeah.
Eric Rowland helped me and Dad with some ZRT 600 parts. So give us a deal on parts, and him and his dad, John, really knowledgeable on trying to help us with what direction we should go with.
Yeah. Did he have car boots?
Yeah, he did.
No way.
Yeah. They're not brand new.
Yeah.
They're not new. But yeah, he did have some extra ones that we got.
Sweet.
So we didn't fully look at them if they're 100% perfect or not, but ours are only slightly dry cracked, so they're not terrible right now, but we got some extras right now.
Sweet.
And then Mike McCardle, the master engine builder. Like, I'm pretty sure all of Catterit's like undefeated, like 19-20 run they had there going.
Yeah.
I think Mike did all those engines, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
So helping us with the ZRT.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be mod. Open is open.
Open means open.
Open is open. That's the new best quote from this show.
Yeah.
I looked at mine this past weekend when I was plowing snow.
Yeah.
Ours is all tore apart.
Yeah. The only thing missing on mine are the car boots. I haven't attempted. I don't want to try and put them on yet.
Oh,
I don't want to deal with the headache.
yeah. Why?
Those ones are tough to get in.
Yeah. Oh, and Mike would be cool to have on the show to talk to, because when we were up there at his shop, he's just got so much knowledge of just being, he was like one of Artie Cat's like motor guys, like up at the factory. of just doing dyno pulls all day, every day.
So he's just got knowledge spewing out of him.
Like he's talking about on pipes and whatnot, on how, like a little bit of unburnt gas is supposed to kind of come back to the cylinder. I had no idea about that. Like I thought pipe was just exiting, just pure exit.
Yeah.
But like where it actually kind of starts to go down a little bit, it's actually supposed to like return the unburnt fuel back to the cylinder a little bit.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's just totally news to me.
Yeah.
On that. And that was just one of the things that he said is like, wow.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah.
That's new. They don't show that in the diagram video of how an engine works.
Well, that's not new though. That's old technology. And we're working on getting some pipes too.
Oh yeah.
Working on pipes.
Factory's just not good enough, huh?
No. Well, you gotta try stuff, you know. So yeah, the ZRT build is going full swing.
Sweet. Pistons?
In the works. We've got a few feelers out.
Yeah.
I was waiting to get a call back today. I'd called somebody on and never got a call back, so those are hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
It's like sounds like you're trying to find a kidney or something. Like
Kinda.
They're close to the same.
In that
same hard to get, hard to come by kidney piston.
you sent me that screenshot of that guy selling 3 of them. He had 3 of them for sale.
Yeah.
But he was just listing them individually.
Yeah.
$314 a piston.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, piston?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And for a triple, you need 3.
Yeah.
But he even his like 95 to 98 pistons, he had those at like $200.
Yeah.
Which you can get those in Dennis Kirk for like $60.
Yeah.
So
Who knows what that guy's trying to pull?
yeah. So I wish Dad would have kind of told. Dad called that guy. I wish he would have kind of told him off, but he didn't.
Oh shoot.
Trying to play that game, but so yeah, Kyle coming up here in a few minutes. We got Vince, Brody. I got a new segment for you at the end.
Oh, really?
Yep, Brody's movie suggestion.
You been running?
No, not yet. We got a bunch of snow, and like today was the first nice day where I was gonna run, but this is more important. But you want me to talk about movies? Seriously?
No, just at the end of the show, like I'll just have Brody suggest a movie.
Like the one I was
like-
watching.
Well, like, oh yeah, we could new movies or just any movie.
Just
I
any-
could do a new and
You're going way too far into it of what I was.
well,
even-
movies is my topic.
I know that's your thing.
Yeah. So
Another one more thing before DMC Motorsports up in Brooks having their first open practice this weekend, 12 to 5. Come ride the best track in Minnesota. It is.
We'll be there.
It is. It's my favorite track. Out of
Yeah.
all the tracks I've been to, it is the best track.
Really?
Like, I like how it's the same width all the way around the track. Like a lot of other tracks, like people have tried to squeeze them through trees and it gets really narrow right here and opens back up. But up in Brooks, it's like literally 20 feet wide the whole way around the track. At least 20 feet wide. So yeah.
And I use every square inch.
So yeah, best, I'd say out of the tracks I've been to, best track in Minnesota.
God, now you're just gonna blow up Brooks. You won't even be able to ride out there.
It's gonna be the first practice of the year, so there's gonna be a lot of people.
Yeah.
Up there.
Yeah.
I know I'm trying to get my cousin Thad up there. He got a brand new beta or beta,
Beta?
depending on where you're from.
I believe it's beta in America.
So yeah, I'd like to ride that thing.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Was it 300?
No, 450.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
the new race one.
Yeah.
Like,
Friend of mine talked to today. He said he just bought a new Beta 300.
oh really?
Yeah.
Like the cross country one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still carbureted.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
But oil injected.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
That like TPI
Yeah.
setup. I've heard mixed reviews on those on the KTM's.
Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews on the fuel injection on a KTM too.
Yeah.
kinda. So,
Yeah. Very true. But yeah, I wish Vince is going to be jealous that I didn't ask him a question, Yamaha question to ask Kyle.
Oh, well.
I
I
got a
don't
new,
know crap about Yamaha.
I got a new slogan for Vince too at the end of the show.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Okay, we'll call him here a minute or two early.
Oh God, you're gonna piss him off.
Hello.
Hey, Kyle, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Hey, thanks for doing this. We really appreciate it. It's we're pretty stoked on it.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I was a little shocked this morning when I seen your message, but yeah, it sounds cool. I'm glad I could do it.
Yeah, I did DM Blake first just to see if you'd be open to doing something like this or not, and he said, "Hell yeah, it'd be a good time." So
Yeah, for sure.
So you're originally from like the southeastern part of Minnesota. How did you end up being Eli Tomac's practice bike mechanic?
Yeah, so I'm from Rochester originally, just south of Rochester, and then I just like most mechanics, honestly, I just grew up kind of into dirt bikes and into the whole deal, and then raced until I was probably, I think, through high school, so 17, 18, and then went to work for a local kid named Henry Miller right out of high school, and was his mechanic, and then kind of just evolved from there and decided it's kind of what I wanted to do. So I worked for him for a while, and then a handful of other people, and then actually in 2016 I was helping out a buddy, Jason Vaith, down Vaith Sled and Cycle down in Racine, and he put me in touch with J-Mart. So he kind of hooked that up, and then I ended up working for J-Mart for like 5 or 6 years. And then met the Tomacs through him, obviously, and then the rest is history. Came out here in fall of 21. It would have been right when Eli got on Star, and then been here since.
And that's so like you named off Henry Miller, and I had wrote down a few other guys that I had kind of seen that you helped. You were in a picture with Chase Sexton also.
Yeah, so he was one of the guys. I want to say Henry introduced me to him, and he was training up in Minnesota with Christian. I don't know if you guys remember when Christian was kind of hanging out in Minnesota for a while.
Yep.
And so I started helping him, and then helped him and Christian a little bit that same summer. Did some of Christian's practice stuff, and then actually went to Loretta's with Chase that year. It was his last year on Yamaha. Did Loretta's with him, and then
Geez, that's a heck of a list. And then even John Short too, because his name caught my eye because he has been the fill-in rider for the beta team this year too. So.
Yep. I talked to him on Saturday actually during the race, but yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's a lot of the same thing. I feel like with a lot of motorsports, you kind of, once you get in touch with people and you kind of just start making connections, that's how a lot of it goes, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's crazy to be in the southeastern corner part of Minnesota, and to there is a lot of motorsports people down there. There's a lot of dirt bikers that come from that area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've honestly, because I've traveled kind of all over now. I lived in Florida, Texas. I go to California every winter with Eli, and did the same thing with J-Mart. And Minnesota it's honestly kind of a hotbed for motocross. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I would have never guessed that. Not at all.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I live out in Cortez, obviously, and we have probably 2 public tracks within 3 hours of here. And growing up down in Rochester, you could go to 5 or 6 within an hour of your house.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of crazy that way, I think. You wouldn't really think it.
No, being winter for I don't know how many months out of the year, but it doesn't get as bad down there, it seems like, as like it does for up in northern Minnesota for us.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, as far as like winters back home, I just remember them being cold. Like it wasn't that gnarly, but I don't know, probably nothing compared to what you guys have up there. I would think.
Yeah, Minnesota is kind of a long, tall state. So yeah, we get 2 feet of snow, and yeah, winter seems like it's 9 months out of the year.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I always chuckle because a lot of people from, now that I'm in Colorado, complain about the winter, and I'm like, man, you guys have no idea. Like, 30 degrees and 3 foot of POW is pretty sweet compared to -30 and ice everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it seems like a super natural way to get into the business. You didn't go to college or tech at all for this stuff?
No, I this high school. Like I said, I grew up doing it, and I was super lucky. Like my dad helped me as much as he could with racing and riding and stuff growing up. But it was kind of one of them things, like if I wanted to do it, I had to learn how to work on my own stuff. So I guess that's really where it all stemmed from.
No, that's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
So Kyle, like what? So it's gonna be an off weekend this next weekend. But what's like a normal day in Cortez, Colorado for you? Like at the practice track, is it just you and Eli and John out there, or what's a normal day almost? Yeah,
it's just the three of us. It's pretty nice, honestly. It's super low key, super quiet. Nothing like being at the farm in Florida or even out in California. But a normal like ride day for me, I usually I live in town, so I get down to John's ranch where the tracks are at. Usually around like 7 or 8. Kind of just do my last minute bike prep, and then Eli will get here around 9 or 10, and we'll ride. And then he's honestly super quick with the program normally, which is really nice. He shows up and he does his work, and then goes home or cross trains, whatever he has to do that day. But and then for me, that's when most of my work starts, is my bike prep after riding, and then I do all of his track maintenance too, and equipment maintenance. So that's a big portion of my job, honestly, time wise. I probably spend more time in the dozer in a week than I do working on dirt bikes.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
But, yeah, it's pretty fun, honestly. Like you guys mentioned, this week it's an off week, so it's a little different. But I was in the dozer most of the afternoon, me and JT, Eli's dad, just pushing stuff and just working on random. I think we have 5 or 6 tracks here.
Wow.
So there's always something to do. Yeah.
Will you do any outdoor stuff over this break, or is it strictly just Supercross, like throughout the end of the Supercross season?
Probably just Supercross. We'll see. A lot of that sometimes this time of year depends on weather for us, because it can get a little iffy down here. Like we get a lot of monsoons and rain kind of this time of year, so we'll switch it up and ride a turn track or outdoors or whatever, but no like particular outdoor prep during this break. No.
Oh, sure. So like what when you said you get to the shop and you do your bike prep, what are you kind of doing on a daily basis there?
Most of it, I mean, knock on wood, if everything goes good, it's all just basically all just maintenance. My morning stuff is kind of, set pressures, forks, shock, set all those every day, tires, kind of just your morning, like checks and balances you do before you go ride. And then afterwards, these guys go through a lot of parts, as you probably mentioned.
Is he as hard on clutches as they say he is on TV?
I put a new one in every day.
Wow.
I honestly, I mean, as far as professional riders go, I wouldn't say that he's hard on clutches. He just knows how to use it.
Sure.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
He rides a 450 a lot like a normal person would ride a 125.
I bet that's how you go fast.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll do like daily basis stuff. I'll do a clutch every day, oil every day, tires usually every day, and then kind of just odds and ends stuff from there. We do engines every like 10 hours, 8 to 10. And then yeah, kind of just wear parts after that. But that's really the big stuff is tires and clutches and oil.
So like with his practice bikes there, like how close to his factory like race bike is it? It's the same thing.
It
is really?
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought there.
Yeah. So we have two of them here. We have an outdoor bike and a supercross bike, and yeah, it's identical to what he would race on a Saturday.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking it would be somewhat a little different, but yeah, it makes sense. You got all the parts and the money. Why not have the same exact bike for practice?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, some of the smaller teams and even like 250 teams when they have like when they have 17 guys,
Yeah.
they might do a couple things here and there that are different just to save money wise and even from like a safety aspect, if it's something that not us on the 450 side, but a 250 team or whoever is kind of pushing the limits on stuff, you're probably not going to want to ride that every day.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Is Eli like sensitive to like, I've heard some guys say they don't like a new frame. Like they like a frame that's kind of broken with a certain amount of hours on it. Is he sensitive or kind of weird to anything like that? Like,
so honestly on the Yamaha, no. And the Yamaha has a fairly forgiving frame, I think would be a good way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he doesn't really pick up on that stuff as much. He's fairly sensitive to like when things get out of spec as far as like bolts and linkages and or if they have high hours on them, stuff like that. But as far as frames, he's pretty good about that stuff. J-Mart was pretty picky about that with frames on the Honda.
I think that was actually one of the thinking back, he was the one that said the comment that I had said that he liked a frame with like 10 hours on it or something.
Yep. Yeah. He was we had to break his race bike frames in a long time.
Wow.
And then even still, it was tough. Like, I mean, you get a practice bike with 20 hours on it and a race bike with 10 and they're still not going to feel the same.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like that was an issue like this weekend when Ken Roxon had to race his second bike and he said he didn't like it for that second moto they did because it felt different.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's funny that you guys bring that up because I was watching the race this weekend and me and my wife saw that and I said, I was like, man, that's a bummer because he's going to struggle the rest of the night. And sure enough, it's not easy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do your best to build everything the same, but it's really hard to get it all feeling the same.
Yeah, because Phil Nicoletti said that he had a motor issue and he didn't want to switch to the second bike, so he made his guys do an engine swap.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The second bike thing is kind of weird. I get it, but it's at the same time, like all these mechanics and factory level guys, like you can, if there's 2 or 3 of you, you can do an engine change in like 15 minutes. So it's not that big of a deal, I don't think, but
Kyle, could you, I guess we have a Kyle in studio here, Kyle Grover. I was going to say, Kyle, could you change the engine in 15, 20 minutes?
maybe on a wedge chassis Polaris, but or an LT gray, but probably not a Star Yamaha.
Yeah, I don't worry. I'd be the same way working on a snowmobile. I'm not the fastest.
I mean, dirt bikes, whenever we switch from snowmobile racing to like coming into the spring now to get our dirt bikes out and everything, it's like, man, dirt bikes are so easy to work on.
Yeah.
Compared to our snowmobiles on just how many parts and stuff we wear out over time of our racing and whatnot. It's like dirt bikes are just simpler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I have a mountain sled and we go quite a bit on the weekends here. And I feel it's like, even just doing regular maintenance on them, I'm like, why do these things have to be so difficult?
We ask the same thing every race weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it like this?
Yeah, it's something new every race weekend. If it's not one thing one weekend, it's the next.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they just can't make it easy.
No. What's one of your dirt bike opinions, Kyle? Did you like working on the 22 more or the new 23, 24 chassis?
The 23, 24 is definitely easier to work on.
Oh, really?
I like both of them a lot more than I liked working on the Hondas. I can tell you that. Yeah, they're. I don't know. Yamaha's very good at making things simple.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like their forks. You know, a lot of some people like to give them crap because they've had the same fork system for God knows how many years, but
since like 06.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it works really good and it's easy to work on. And it's one of them things like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the Yamaha is definitely, overall, no matter the year, it's a super easy bike to work on.
Yeah, because I have a 2021 450, and yeah, that's been my favorite bike I've owned so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just. I haven't ridden the 450s. Honestly, I don't know that I've ridden the 450 at all, other than his or like around the parking lot. But I've ridden the 250, and it's the same chassis, and yeah, they are really good bikes. Easy to work on, super easy to ride, reliable.
Oh, do you, so like being a mechanic, do you get to ride as much as you'd like? Do you like jump out if it's Tomac's last moto of the day? Do you jump on your bike and go out and moto with him at all, or?
Funny enough, I honestly don't even have a dirt bike.
Really?
No, I had one. I had one the last summer that I was living at home. Because I was down at Millville Bunch with J Mart, and then I was helping his dad do all the track work on the race weekends. So I would show up and race and practice, and then when I moved out here, I sold it and bought a mountain sled, and that's kind of
What kind of mountain sled do you have?
That's kind of where it's at. Polaris RMK.
Oh, okay.
Chaos.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good sled.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they're. I know a lot of you guys are Ski-Doo guys, aren't you?
No, we're Arctic Cat.
Oh,
well, I'm a Polaris guy, but these guys are Arctic Cat, and
Yep.
Gunner's a Skidoo lover also. But.
Yeah. Those Skidoo guys, you gotta watch out for them.
Yeah, they're a bunch of communists. So
yeah. I was the last time I was home. Actually, I was hanging out with. Well, it was actually for Blake's wedding, I think. And I was talking to Dustin Dorn, and I was giving him all kinds of shit about him.
Yep. Me and Dustin are good buddies. He was in my wedding, so
Nice.
So that's how I got to know Blake, is through Dustin. So
cool.
Do you get Eli on a snowmobile at all? Since we're talking snowmobiles.
He has before, yes.
Is that is that in his contract or anything? Like, I know sometimes people put weird stuff in their contracts that you can't do a certain thing or something.
Can't ride bulls.
To be honest with you, I don't know if it is or not.
Oh, sure.
Since he's been on, I rode with him, God, like 5 or 6 years ago. Since he's been on Yamaha, we haven't, but it's also one of those, he does have some, but it's also one of those things like, it's kind of a bad time of year for him. And if he's doing good, it's like, he doesn't really want to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's kind of different for him. It's not like you just go play in the mountains for a weekend, just because the mountains are a little bit different than if we were just go trail riding or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. And I've tried to get a few buddies from back home to come out and ride because I'd probably ride twice a week.
Really?
And, yeah, I go almost every Friday and Sunday. I go out.
Nice.
Yeah, how's the snow been out there for you this year?
Not bad. We've gotten some good late season storms like within the last 2 or 3 weeks that have really helped. It's nothing like it was last year. Last year was insane. But it's been good. I mean, I was out yesterday and there was probably, I don't know, 10 inches to a foot of fresh. And then we have probably like a 6 or 7 foot base.
Wow.
That's crazy. We got nothing here.
We just got the most snow in the last weekend and we did all winter long. So
Yeah, and it's all gone.
That's what I was talking to my grandpa a couple weeks ago, and he was like talking about taking his boat out, and I'm like, dude, it's the middle of March.
Yeah, it's been it was a terrible year for snow up here. Like even northern Minnesota, we didn't get any rideable snow at all.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, so it'd be cool to get Eli on a snowmobile. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Tell him come Pine Lake.
oh my gosh.
Hopefully after retirement, that would be pretty fun.
That would be sweet.
Play around a little more with different sports.
There was a picture of him floating around when he was a little kid. They had a picture of him on one of the Crapo brothers. Polaris wedges.
Yep. Sweet.
Yeah. So like that was a really cool picture to see that.
Yeah.
I think the caption was like, "What could have been if Eli went snowmobiling or something."
That's funny.
But, so Kyle, you don't go to the races like all of them, but you do go to some of them. Like, are you going to be going to the one in Denver and maybe Utah, like coming up, or?
Yeah, I'll probably go to both of those, just because they're fairly close for us. But I don't go every weekend. When we're out in California in the winter, I'll go basically to all the West Coast rounds just because it's convenient. And they're all right there. And at that point of the season, it's also one of those deals like it never hurts to have extra hands at the races. But right now, kind of mid-season, I don't really go that much now, unless it's convenient.
Sure. So watching this weekend, I think back to like Moto or race 2 when it was Jet in front of Eli, and like midway through the race there, they were going at it. Like you could tell both of them were pushing, and they were just like, that was so cool to watch. Because even Ricky Carmichael said he's like, I'm gonna be quiet here and just kind of watch this unfold. But like, how is that for you to watch that? Because you've watched him so much. Can you see when he's feeling it, like he just looks kind of different?
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely tell. And like you said, it's a little bit of a weird job in the sense that like there's not that many practice mechanics as far as the sport goes, but you spend like the amount of time that I spend watching him ride it's a lot. And like you can pick up on little things that sometimes even maybe the broadcasters don't pick up on, or little race lines that you can see might be in his head just from watching him, day in and day out throughout the week.
Yeah, that was because I could tell there in the middle of the part of that race where he was hanging it out, like a foot was dragging it like in those S turns across the starting line.
Oh yeah.
He was he was giving her hell in those corners there. It looks like for sure.
Yeah. It's cool when that. I mean, it's the same as all those guys really. Like when they're in their zone, it's unbelievable to watch them ride.
Mm-hmm.
And even, you know, he gets like that at home. There's days where we do stuff and you watch, and even though you watch every day, I'm like, how the heck does he do that?
I had that question written down on watching him for so long. Do you still get like, just how? Like,
there's definitely a few times it does. I don't want to say you get used to it, because that, like, you don't get used to it, but you get accustomed to it a little bit. But there are days, I remember a particular day when he was in 2022, when he was in the outdoor kind of the title fight with Chase. We were doing sections midweek, and he has, I don't know if there's a video of it like on Instagram or anywhere, but he has a section on his outdoor track here that we call it the light bulb, and it's basically just turning rollers. It'd be like Millville rollers, but they're turning the whole way, like around a big U-turn. And he was doing that, and then whipping a Yui, and then doing it backwards. And I'm not kidding you guys, he was fourth gear, wide open, just bouncing off the rev limiter. And I looked at JT, and I'm like, I don't know how he's doing that.
That is unreal. Yeah. Just like the skill gap, because like Kyle, you know, like the skill gap in dirt bike riders is huge. Like even from a local track, like a C guy to a fast local track A guy, that's not even going to be close to like the top fast 40 of the nation.
Right.
Yeah.
And then to be the top guy in the fast 40.
Is insane.
It is a little crazy in that aspect. Like, you know, when you do go to the races and you watch, say, C practice or even outdoors, and you watch the B group, and those guys look terrible. But then you look, like, obviously you look at who it is, and yeah, on any given day, they could show up to a local track and they would smoke everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 100%.
Yeah, we've always said that.
Yeah, it's weird how something just clicks, you know, in certain people. How they're just fast.
Yeah, I mean, even like you guys, or we talked about at the beginning when I worked for Henry or John, like those are really, really good dirt bike riders. And you have people that make them look slow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was last year or this year on the Pulp MX show, they're talking to Cade Clayson about how Chase Sexton lapped him twice.
Yeah.
And it's like you could go to any local track in the country and you'd be lapping people there, but you get lapped on the national stage. It's like
yeah, it's insane how fast those guys go.
It's unreal.
But I could see how like you almost forget how fast they are until he turns it on when he's like just ripping a heater in practice.
Yeah.
And I could picture it. It's like, God, how is he bending gravity?
He's pretty funny too. Like he definitely knows when to push himself and when not to. And me and JT are kind of, not always, but quite a bit of the time, trying to kind of push him maybe a little bit more than he needs to be pushed. And yeah, you can see it when he kind of lets loose, and you know, we'll do a moto, and then last lap of the moto he'll kind of just say F it and throw down and go like 2 seconds a lap faster.
Wow.
Jeez. So that's unreal. So that's got to be pretty cool for you, Kyle, to be there for his 2022 Supercross Championship and 2022 Motocross Championship same year, and that would have been kind of your first full year with him, right?
Yeah, that was my first full year with him. That was crazy, honestly. Like
it literally doesn't get any better than that.
That is the definition of crazy.
No, I mean even to like the nations, and then Kenny ended up beating him in Paris, but he literally won everything. It was pretty nuts. And for me, it was kind of, you know, a lot of it was, I don't want to say luck to end up in that position, but it was all just good timing. Because the deal with J-Mart kind of, I tried to go to Star and be a race mechanic in the fall of 21 before I came out here. And basically was kind of negotiating with those guys, and it was going okay, but it wasn't, I don't know, to me, it just wasn't the right deal to go down there. So then I called JT and kind of, you know, told him my thoughts, and he told me his thoughts, and I knew they needed a practice guy. So it kind of just all worked out, honestly.
Huh. That is cool on how it worked out.
Yeah, that's a cool story.
And yeah, I bet when it was happening, did it feel like surreal? Like, could you was it hard to believe? Like it was your first year and he's winning all these races. Like,
yeah, as far as winning everything, it was pretty cool. Like pretty, yeah, I guess surreal in a sense. But it happens at the same time. It happens so slow when you're like behind the scenes, I guess. Because from the outside looking in, you know, a lot of people, like, they watch Saturday and then they go to work and they don't think about dirt bikes until next Saturday when the Supercross race is on. But for us, it's like, all right, I don't remember what, it was like the third or fourth race in Supercross that he got the red plate. And then for us, it's kind of like, well, shit, we got 13 more weeks, 7 days a week that we got to hang on to this thing.
Right.
And it's pretty stressful, like as a job, I would say. But
yeah, I'd say so too.
it's definitely more rewarding than it is stressful, I think.
Yeah, I think it's for us three here to have just normal jobs.
Yeah,
your job is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Pretty.
But I wouldn't want to do it. No, it sounds stressful as hell.
Yeah, it's I always tell people, like, not that the bike work's easy, but the bike work is, for me, because, you know, as far as the technical side, like we definitely will try things and make changes throughout the week and do that kind of stuff. But as far as like super technical side, the team, you know, we also have the team behind us to take care of that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But from my job in particular, I guess the track side of it is super stressful. Like, because you're talking about a guy that will show up at his own track and he'll roll out there and he'll jump everything first lap. And if I mess it up in the dozer, it's not going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Can he tell you that, like, hey, you built a pretty good kicker on the face of this one, or hey, there's no lip on the face of that one, or? Oh
yeah, he's he'll tell me if it needs to be changed. Luckily, I knock on wood, I'm pretty decent at, like, because I have, you know, I ride dirt bikes occasionally still.
Mm-hmm.
And I can kind of see, like, if something's going to be sketchy. So that's good, at least.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm always, any new track I go to, I'm pretty cautious, like the first couple laps, right. Just because you have some track builders, they still don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. There's a pretty, I guess I don't know if it's funny, but back when I still worked for J-Mart, and me and J-Mart were living out here, me and Tanner, which was Eli's practice mechanic at the time, we were kind of tag teaming, prepping the tracks, and I took the dozer and prepped a section on the outdoor track, and I sunk the rippers into it, and it was kind of like in a roller section that you jump into. And I sunk the rippers, and then I backbladed over it, so you couldn't see the ripper marks, but they were still there underneath. And Eli goes out first lap, jumps into him, hits the ripper mark, eats shit, and comes back. And he's like, "Who sunk the rippers into the rollers?" And
Oh my gosh.
that was me.
Oh no.
I see. He said in the press conference after the race this weekend that he actually had hurt his ankle like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Was that because of you?
Thank God that was not me. That's no. Thank God that was not me.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Good to hear.
Yeah. No, that's where the stress comes out in a lot of it, because there's so many moving parts to, well, as you guys know with snowmobiles, just any kind of motorsport, that it's, you never know when something can go wrong. So you gotta always stay on your toes to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what I always think of, like the end of one of our 100-mile like pro finals, of the amount of stuff that could go wrong, of like blowing a track or a belt or a chain or a clutch,
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
or breaking a ski bolt, or
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Or even studs flying through coolers.
Yeah.
Yep. Overheating. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I can't imagine at like the highest level, like what you guys are doing, it's got to be so stressful.
Yeah, but like I said, it's one of them things it is, but it's more rewarding than it is stressful. So you take it with a grain of salt when you can, and the highs are highs, and try to ride them, as much as you can, at least.
Yeah, totally. At the highest level. Yeah. You have to.
Yeah.
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 So like the highest highs, but like, so just to last year at Denver when Eli had his Achilles injury, were you at that race?
I was. Yep.
How was that, like in your perspective, in your inner circle almost?
It was brutal, to say the least.
Because I remember watching it, and when Eli pulled off and like he wasn't going back out on the track, like you could ask my wife, I was yelling at the TV. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, it was. Dude, that was really hard, and that's just it. Like, I think the weekend before I think he did win, because that was the weekend Coop went down.
Yep.
And so you literally go from the very top, and then it's just like somebody stabbed you in the gut, and you don't really know what to say or think, or. And the worst part of it is like nothing. There was nothing that any single person did wrong.
Yeah, everything's going right. But
It wasn't a crash. It wasn't a malfunction. It was just the
Exactly.
weirdest thing.
And I think that honestly makes it harder. Like you said, everything was going right, and then all of a sudden it was not.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's no one to blame.
Yeah, and not that it's kind of shitty to say, but sometimes it's nice to have someone to blame.
yeah. Nothing left to do but assign blame.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, whether it's me or whoever, if he can point the finger at somebody, it's going to be easier,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's weird to say, but yeah, it does work like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like when Eli was done for outdoors and whatnot, then what'd you kind of do, Kyle? Like, did you help John around the farm then, or did you stay out there, or did you come home, or?
No, so I'm lucky enough. They're super good to me. Super nice family to work for, and super easy to work for, honestly. But so I kind of helped John around his ranch, and then Eli has a ranch also that I helped him do some stuff here and there, and kind of just tried to stay busy. Like, it wasn't always super great work. Some of it was just shit work that needed to be done, but it was better than sitting inside, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Especially at that time, like it. Yeah, you just did what you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just turned into a ranch hand, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool at
Yeah.
the same time.
Moto mechanic
I-
/
you
ranch
know-
hand.
I don't mind. I kind of like the ranch hand stuff too once in a while. Like I wouldn't want to do it full time, but I enjoy doing that stuff too once in a while to kind of break up
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
break up other stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for Eli to get that win this weekend, the crowd was going crazy.
Oh, I was
and
going nuts.
It was I was so happy to see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that was big for him. Big for everybody, but that was massive for him just to really to know that he still got it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because it's easy for me and JT when we sit here every day and like we watch him ride and we know that he still has it, and we know that he's going, you know, just as fast, some days faster than he's ever gone, or that we've seen him go, but then you show up and get, you know, 6th or 7th. It gets a little tough, but the starts were massive for him to get 3 good starts this weekend, and
Mm-hmm.
that was, it was just nice to see.
Yeah, I can't imagine watching it in your perspective, where it's just like you're just cheering like over and above, just to get out.
My wife would tell you I'm either the best person to watch races with or the worst, and it all depends how the night's going.
Yep. Yep.
You could say the same thing about, you know, me and my dad watching Gunner race or something like that. If it's going good, we're just, you know, we're standing there cheering a little
Yeah.
bit, but not too hyped up. And yeah, if it's going bad, then just don't talk to us.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And it's tough. Like I guess all sports are kind of like that, but motorsports, I think motorsports especially get a little tough because at the end of the day, it's one guy out there doing the job, but there's 15 people behind him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough, but it's definitely fun when it's going good.
Yeah.
Well, you can attest to that racing at the Sioux and,
Yeah,
you know, racing for a team full of guys, you know, working in the trailer and the sleds. And even the other Kyle can say that because he was a mechanic at the Sioux doing, you know, the mechanic job.
Yeah. 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 And all you want is just to make it last or do good, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always, you guys know, that's always the biggest thing is the mechanic. Like if nothing goes wrong, it's like a little win in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it shouldn't be, but it is.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. You didn't crash. You finished with a sled that's still running. Like you can, that's a win.
Mm-hmm.
You finished the race.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Kyle, we really appreciate the interview. I think it's going to be
This is great.
It's going to be very popular for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
we're branching out into the moto.
Yeah.
No, I like it. Glad I could do it, and hopefully maybe do some more. It'd be fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
I have a question. Is this your first podcast that you've been on?
It is, yes.
Holy shit. Awesome.
And I thought it was so funny after I messaged you this morning, and then I'd seen Pulp MX a few hours later that they had Eli Tomac lined up for tonight.
Oh, really?
I did think that was pretty funny because I must have been about that same time around lunch. I saw that he was going on, and I was like, oh, that's quite a coincidence.
Yeah, a little bit. You're like, I'm going on too.
Yeah, I got my own podcast, Eli.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, though. That's awesome. Thanks, man.
We really appreciate
Yeah.
it. So.
Oh, heck yeah. Like I said, glad to do it, and hopefully maybe do some more down the road.
Yeah, sure.
For
Heck
sure.
Yeah, we'll definitely hit you up on that for sure.
We can talk some more snowmobiles next time.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. I had a whole list here. We covered everything on the list, and I wanted to talk about your job and everything and what you do, but then it's also really hard because it's so cool for what you do for Eli.
Yeah.
So it's cool for us to hear about Eli Tomac.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I feel like I had a lot of technical stuff that I thought about, and then I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah. The only question that I really thought of was like working on bikes all the time, if you ever really got sick of it or annoyed with it. But then like there's the ranch stuff on the side too, you know. So
Yeah. I honestly, it's a little bit, yeah. Like I wouldn't say I get sick of it, but when I have free time, I'm not going to go ride dirt bikes probably.
right.
What
But I do still, like, every day that I go to work, I'm like, man, it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
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 This beats a normal
For sure.
9-to-5 job somewhere.
Exactly.
How one tech question for you, Kyle, then, like how do you tighten up the steering stem nut?
So we have X trig, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because you just use the nut to tighten them. We don't have a spanner.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yep. I forgot about that.
So yeah, for us it's pretty straightforward. But normally, yeah, I just spanner, and then depending if you have forks in it or not. If I have forks in it, I always tighten the top first and get my height, like my fork height, correct,
Yep.
and then tighten the clamp and get my clamp tightness or torque. We don't have a torque spec for it, but Eli's kind of get that correct, and then make sure everything's kind of centered that way, and then go around and tighten everything.
Because there's anybody you ask, they have a kind of a different opinion on what order they do.
Yeah, we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like engine stuff, a lot of people get particular on the motocross side, at least, like in what order you tighten your engine mounts.
Yeah. I suppose
So
there could be some technical stuff with that if it, shifts around or anything.
Like how you're supposed to tighten a tire on a car.
Like a star pattern?
Yeah, the star pattern. Yeah.
Yep. Pretty close.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Is there any one thing on a bike that you're really like meticulous about? Like one thing that
Your specialty.
yeah.
I don't know if I'd say there's anything that's my specialty. I really, really watch, well, with Eli, I really watch spokes and sprocket bolts.
That was what I was going to ask you. Like, are you good at like truing up a rim or something, or like there's just one thing that's just I'm really good at that.
I can change a shock pretty fast.
Nice.
I can also tires and clutches. I'm not like to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty fast.
Oh yeah, when we do it every day. So yeah, I bet you're pretty good at changing all that stuff out.
Yeah. Jelly, Eli's race mechanic, is really fast at doing wheels, building wheels, because he built like a million of them.
Does Gilly come out and help you guys do shock work a lot, or is that kind of like just preseason kind of testing?
No, we kind of work on stuff. He actually just called me like 10 minutes ago while I was on the phone with you guys. We kind of tweak stuff all year if we have to. It's kind of one of them things, like, I'm sure you guys see it with sled racing too. Like, even if you're winning, you can always be better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
Which sometimes, definitely I'll be the first to admit it, sometimes bites in the butt, but sometimes it helps a lot. So you kind of have to take that chance and just see what you can get out of what you got,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
I mean, with us, like our weights and our springs and our, cams and stuff like that, it's like you can do like meticulous fractions, like that could be just like a half a horsepower gain or something.
Yeah.
Or like just sit and play with it, but you could go totally backwards too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, we can, as far as like, I mean, millimeters and specs on stuff, gets a little tough too, because say like Eli's free length is whatever 600 millimeters. He can feel it if that thing starts shrinking down to like 599, 598.
I've heard him say that in interviews that if the rear starts to sag a little bit, then he feels like he's falling off the back, and then that's when he kind of gets arm pump.
Yep, exactly. And it's a little bit of double whammy with how he rides too. Like he's extremely aggressive with stuff, obviously. And if your shock's getting soft or if your rear's getting low, the more you get on the gas, the worse that makes it.
Yeah. There's just that feel.
Yeah, and to be that high level, to feel like when it's just starting to sag, like, God, that's wild.
Yep. We one crazy thing is we'll change seats every like 7 to 8 hours because you can feel them start to get like sagged out.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Just the foam or the whole base and everything.
Just the foam, the foam gets worn out, and then he's just sitting that tiny little bit more into the bike, and
it makes a difference.
Like I have a feel like on my bars and levers, like if my brake lever is just off a little bit, like you just can't hang off the sled just where you'd want it.
Yeah.
Like,
yep, exactly.
I'm not that way at all on a bike. It feels different to me every single time.
especially if we ride this weekend.
Oh
your
man,
first
it's gonna
ride.
be miserable. But hey, I'm still there.
If you guys are anything like me, one of Eli's buddies is coming out tomorrow, and I might spin a couple laps with him, and I guarantee I'll have arm pump within 2 laps.
Oh yeah.
You're not alone.
Yeah, that's what I was. We rode up there a few weeks ago, and I told the guys, I was like, I can race the snowmobile for 2 hours, but 20 minutes on a moto track, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Especially being the first ride too of the year. Like I'll get progressively better throughout the year, but it's just like it uses way different stuff than we do for ice racing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But well, okay. Thanks again, Kyle. We really appreciate it.
We appreciate the heck out of this, and maybe after we get a first couple of rides in, we'll have some technical questions for you.
Sure. Yeah.
We'll make a list. Sometime down the road, we'll just throw them all at you.
Yeah. So
I like it.
Awesome.
But yeah, thanks again, and good luck the rest of the season and Supercross. So we don't talk to you again. Hopefully we'll talk to you about a championship or something.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah,
That'd be wild.
that would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, we'll see you.
All right.
Good.
Bye.
ya.
Yep.
Well, that was freaking cool.
Super cool.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was freaking cool.
Super cool.
Yeah, we appreciate the heck out of that.
Super nice too.
Yeah.
Super nice guy. He couldn't be a nicer guy.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Super nice guy.
Minnesota blood in him.
Yep.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder we got along so good with him.
Yeah.
Minnesota blood.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
'Cause I've never talked to him before ever, and just DM'd him this morning and just asked him to come on. So,
Shit yeah.
Great guy.
Yep. That was awesome.
so yeah, that was really cool.
We could never run out of stuff to talk about.
No,
either.
No.
What does Eli eat for breakfast?
Well, I kind of wanted to talk about training and other cross training and stuff like that and diet.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking of that because I'm getting into my training mode now in the summer. So.
Well, Eli's dad was a professional downhill mountain biker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yikes.
God.
And cyclist, and because like they're their own program. Like it's only John and Eli pretty much doing like the
Everything.
fitness program side of the thing. I
Really?
think. Yeah.
God. Maybe he doesn't know too much about that. Maybe he does. I don't know. But
I didn't know where to stop. I didn't want to hold him too long because I initially told him like, yeah, just 15, 20-minute conversation, and it was 50 minutes.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
No, it was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we could have talked forever. It's just one of those things. Like when we had Dad in here or Brian or
It's
literally anyone.
Really all of our guests. We could talk forever and ever. But no, we're very fortunate that happened today.
yeah, that was
I was not expecting that. That was cool as hell. Yeah. Awesome. And we're his first podcast too, so hopefully he had a good time.
maybe he might mention Shop Talk podcast to Eli.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Now you're going too far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, not like just like, hey, I was on podcast last night too. It just,
True.
Yeah.
but yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we'll get. We're gonna do a shorter show, so we've been going for like an hour.
Hour 5, yeah.
Yeah,
It's cool that he lived with Jeremy Martin or Alex Martin too. That's cool.
Jeremy.
You
I
lived
thought
with
he
him?
said Alex.
No, Jeremy Martin.
Was it Jeremy?
Yeah, J Martin.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yeah. Because that was when Jeremy. I should have asked that on how kind of Jeremy and Eli got hooked up together.
Yeah.
Because then Jeremy was going out there to kind of train with Eli.
Yeah.
And then so that's kind of how he ended up going out there.
We'll be thinking of that all night long of
Yeah.
shit we should have brought up.
Yeah. Yep, for
exactly.
sure.
There would be exactly like, oh man, that was a good easy tech question that I should have asked. But
Did you see our boy Wes Selby with a 2004 Polaris Pro XR?
I seen that.
No,
he
what?
bought one back is his old sled. He said,
Yeah.
So
That's like one sled that I've always wanted.
really,
Yeah. I love the looks of those things.
they are. Yeah, they are.
2004 Polaris Pro XR
Oh,
440.
I got Vince typing right now, but we'll call him as he's typing.
What if he was like, hey, can't do it no more?
That could be.
Doesn't matter, though. We're still calling him.
It is me.
VS3 Suspension. I have a slogan for you.
Okay.
VS3 Suspension, smooth like butter on a Pop-Tart.
I don't like it. I don't think you don't try a marketing job.
It doesn't really jive with anything.
My dad would put butter on a Pop-Tart.
Yeah, but it doesn't jive with suspension.
No,
like
It's smooth.
smooth like butter. I mean, I don't, smooth like Coors Light. I don't know.
Or in Vince's case, a Twisted Tea.
Yeah, smooth like tweez.
Okay, Vince.
Pretty much, yeah.
We were sorry that we went long. I was going to text you, but we do have a clock
I don't care.
on my phone. But you would not believe who we just got off the phone with. You would not believe.
Yeah,
Let me think.
It had something to do with Eli Tomac winning Supercross this weekend.
Randy Jackson from American Idol.
I was either that or Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Even better.
Yeah,
He is a Kawasaki ambassador.
yeah, yeah. The new side by side or whatever.
No,
Yeah,
Vince, we just got off the phone with Eli Tomac's practice bike mechanic.
Oh, really?
Say his name.
Yeah,
Kyle.
Kyle Lawler.
Yeah.
How about that?
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah,
We didn't have many tech questions for him, no.
yeah, I should have asked you for a tech question, for a Yamaha tech question for him.
Did you feel really special, Kyle, because he had the same name as you, or no?
Oh, you forgot.
Oh, I forgot to bring it up.
Gunnar brought it up a little bit.
Yeah, but he's the ultimate
Jesus
Kyle because
Christ.
he, Supercross and Monster. He's like the ultimate Kyle.
Can't read fucking clocks, can't remember your own name.
You did say that before we started recording. You were gonna bring that up.
I wonder if he puts Monster stickers on his pickup.
I think they probably apply them when he buys them. Like the DMV, like they give you tabs and then also give you monster stickers.
Yeah, I have to. Now I have to do it. I got to put Monster stickers on the Dodge.
Yeah.
Then they'll know that's a Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's at least one door and one sheetrock wall with holes in it in your house.
Yeah, I got to get on that. Maybe
But
tonight I'll do that.
They probably get paid to have monster stickers on their stuff.
I just think it's cool as hell.
I'm paying myself with the shop stop stickers. Shop stop.
Are you having a seizure?
Yeah,
That might be the shop talk sticker on the back of my truck.
yeah.
myself.
We're really putting the word out there.
Yeah.
It's a work vehicle now. Right on.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, write that off.
I should have.
Yeah. Vince, what VS3 suspension slogan would you like me to read off next time?
Well, not that one.
Smooth like butter on a Pop-Tart.
I don't know. I'll come up with something good.
Okay, give me a full read and we'll go through it every episode.
What?
Okay.
Because VS3 sponsor.
Yeah, we're sponsored by VS3. Didn't you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was already a thing.
No, we're paying Vince to come on the show every episode.
Yeah, that's already been a thing. I'm HR, so I know.
I don't think you do because I'm not getting paid. So
Take it up with HR.
HR is HR.
Yeah.
HR section.
So yeah, what have you been up to, Vince? Working hard?
Yeah, I guess so. We down in the cities over the weekend.
You go to a baseball game or what?
No, down at Hannah's parents.
Oh, I see.
Hanging out there. So it's
For Easter, I
relaxing
bet.
weekend. You got it.
He is risen, so that was a question.
What?
You know, like, well, I got fucking weirded out at church the other night or yesterday because like the pastor or whatever had a microphone or whatever, and like out of nowhere she said, "He is risen," and fucking loud, and it scared the shit out of me. But then I got thinking, sitting in church, I was like, what would Christ have burst out of the tomb on? What machine would Christ have burst out of the tomb on the third day? So I've had some time to think about this.
Let's hear it.
Well, my brother said it was a 74 Articat LT Gray track tuned 440, the sweet ones. He thought of that one. Well, I thought maybe, Wes Selby's 2004 Pro XR, just fucking.
No. You're both wrong.
What would it have been? It wouldn't have been a Yamaha.
No, it was an ATC 3-wheeler.
Yeah. 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 Or maybe like a Cannondale quad or something.
No, it was a 3-wheeler. Come on.
What? I just seen something on a 3-wheeler on Instagram. Did they banned them in like 88? I think it was.
I thought it was later than
that. I guess I don't know. But I was watching some 3-wheeler national stuff.
Yeah.
Those guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason they banned those.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
True.
How many legs got shredded?
Oh my God.
Millions.
Vince, you ever put Fox shocks on a 3-wheeler?
Well, if you count a Harley trike, then yes.
That's what Jesus would burst out of.
On a Harley trike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All 76 horsepower.
We're back to the Harleys again. Hell yeah, brother.
I got a random message on Facebook this week from a guy that I assume listens to the podcast because I don't know him, and he's friends with us and follows the podcast, and he's like, "How about these baggers?" And he sent me a video of the King of the Bagger stuff. I'm like, yes, these are cool. Everything else.
Talking about motorcycles, I see you're scheduled to go to Lake George Americade. You got a lot of stuff on your plate, but
Yeah.
We're talking about it.
okay, because that's right where I used to live out there. My dad still lives there.
Sure.
My brother does
Yeah,
too.
I was out there, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago or something like that with Indian, and that was a pretty cool location and everything.
Yeah, that's right where I lived. So,
Yeah.
so the more you know.
Nice.
Yeah, you did have a chock full schedule for this year, Vince.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we could go to. We're not going to all of it.
Oh,
Or
okay.
I'm not going to all of it.
Sure.
But there's a lot.
Yeah, because looking at, I screenshotted it. You got desert, GNCC, short course, rally.
Yep.
I mean, you name it, you're going to it.
Pretty much. Yep.
From Wisconsin.
Luckily, I don't have to do any of the Mexico races.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You're going from Wisconsin to Mexico.
Yeah, not me.
Yeah, I won't go to Mexico. Sorry.
It'd be sketchy.
No.
Yeah.
I'd like to picture Christ bursting out in a trophy truck.
That'd be kind of cool. I was thinking
Christ
of
a Mexican.
No, but he was a Jew.
Pretty much only Mexicans and really rich white dudes have those things. So,
well, good for them, bastards. I like a trophy truck.
How sweet. Vince, will you just start building me some trophy truck suspension and I'll figure something out to put
I'll
it in?
throw them on something.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll get it on the budget for next year.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, just put it on the
Shop
put it on
Talk.
the Shop Talk tab.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll get an account open.
Sure.
Full sponsorship.
Nice.
There we go.
Uh-huh.
We got a big spot on the table.
True.
There is a huge spot on the table. Now our
I do
venting
have a
holes
massive
kinda,
Fox decal. You probably have to put it on the garage door. It's so big.
we could put it on the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could put it on the wall somewhere.
Yeah. Brody, how soon until we just turn like this whole corner of the garage into a podcast studio?
Well, it already is.
Like but I'm talking like we sheetrock like.
Oh, no. That will never happen.
Oh,
You
like
can't do it
close it
'cause
off?
Kyle
Yeah,
punch
close it
holes in
off.
That would be cool, Brody.
And we
No,
leave all this set up and
We're
everything.
putting like sheets of cloth up and we're calling it good.
I'd let us do it in the basement. I don't care. Sheet that whole place off. And then put sound editing material all around.
Yeah.
And then a monitor, like I've been saying.
Yeah. TV would be nice.
You can watch yourself too.
Yep. Oh yeah. We'd have
Well, we could bring up, shit we're talking about.
we'd
like-
have Pulpamex going live in the background like
Yeah.
they are right now.
or we could, like I was talking about
Are
a
they?
2004 Pro
Yeah.
XR.
Did
Bring
you
it
guys
up.
call in or what?
No, I was thinking about some kind of revolving door thing because Pulpamex is going and they are having Eli Tomac call in tonight. So we could have called in and had Kyle and Eli talk to each other.
On two podcasts.
On the podcast. Podcast
How did
Inception.
you guys line up Kyle to get on there?
So Dustin Dorn,
Yeah.
and then Dustin Dorn has a buddy named Blake, and Blake is buddies with Kyle.
Blake who?
Blake Can't.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
He's kind of a wild guy, as I remember.
Blake's super nice guy.
So, yeah, super fun
I
at
have
Millville.
a video of him riding the mechanical bull at heydays.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, they were, because he grew up like down in southeastern Minnesota, down in Rochester area. So and
okay.
then he got hooked up with Tomac when Jeremy Martin was kind of going out there to train with him and whatnot. So he started with Tomac pretty much like right when Tomac switched to Yamaha.
Decent.
And it's crazy. No schooling at all.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah, he'd started out helping Henry Miller right out of high school.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Helped Chase Sexton down at Loretta Lynn's. Helped John Short. Actually, just talked to John Short, he said. How's the beta?
See, I bet you feel pretty stupid for getting that engineering degree, huh, Vince?
I didn't get no engineering degree. You kidding me?
No, you just went to a couple years of tech school, right, Vince?
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's what I did. Look where I'm at.
Yeah, you're in the Shop Talk podcast.
Huff and paint.
Huff and
Yeah.
paint.
Yeah.
Huh. But yeah, Vince, Brooks this weekend, best track in Minnesota.
I don't know. I got to fly to California Sunday. So,
Oh, really?
shoot.
Oh.
and Hannah's down in the cities all week. And so she doesn't get back up here till Friday. So I'll probably hang out and do nothing for a day.
Sure.
10-4. Well, just think of us.
We'll be
Maybe.
shredding the sand of Brooks.
Yep.
I won't be.
I
but-
feel like it probably will still be shitty and muddy, but I don't know.
No, they didn't get hardly any snow up there at all in this last little snowstorm.
Oh, sure.
So-
Yeah, we got like 18 inches. So
Yeah, I seen
I
you.
even shredded the exciter today.
I seen that. You sent that Snapchat. What about what's your twin tracker skidoo thing called again? The Elite?
The Elite. Yeah.
That's yours?
Yeah.
No way. You have an Elite. That's sweet.
Yeah. Yep.
Bring it up here. We'll go cruising.
So things a good time. It's so
actually,
smooth.
I'll come down there and
And-
we'll go cruising.
It's not slow either.
Really? How fast will it go?
We've had it like 85 or so up at Lake Vermilion. Yeah.
Is that sketchy
Yeah,
on
like-
that thing, or how is that?
Well, I mean, there's not a whole lot of like damping or anything, so it just like feels like you're floating around and all that. But it's not super sketchy, but it's hilarious. Like,
Holy cow.
It shouldn't go that fast.
It shouldn't go that fast.
no.
There was always one driving around Nadawash back in like old school
That
Nadawash
used to
days.
lead the trail ride that they used to have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like the
Like
only time.
a newer one or an
No,
old
it was
one?
an older one. It was like
I think
Sure.
it's the exact same as like what Vince has.
Is yours an older one, Vince?
No, mine's a 04. So they made them like 73 and 74, and then I think 80 and 81.
This
and
is
then
the
04 and
80s
05.
80s one.
No, okay, but there was one like Vince's down there, like just cruising around the pits all the time of like.
That was the 80s one.
No.
Yeah. It was brown and gold.
No, there was a gray one down there too.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
No, the one I remember down there was yellow and brown and gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like with the vintage stuff.
Yeah.
See, this was like a more modern one. That was just like somebody had it cruising around the pits.
I don't know if I've ever seen that one down there. I remember the
I think
old one.
They had American flags on it.
Yeah.
God dang it.
I like how you looked at me like I'm supposed to back you up. It's like, I haven't been to Nadawash since I was like 7 years old.
So California bound then, Vince, huh?
Uh-huh.
On Sunday. So that will kind of screw up our call for next Sunday, because that's when we'll usually get back to our regular programming.
I don't remember. I'm flying out at like 12:30. So I'll probably have been landed by then.
Sure.
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see what we got going on, because we might have a guest in here. I talked to somebody today. We might, it'll be snowcross next weekend. Last round of
Snowcross. Spirit Mountain.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I had some kind of plan I was going to try to do for that. We'll see. I'll let you know.
Good. Okay.
But I'll try to come up with a better smoother than butter on a Pop-Tart.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, well, you're setting the bar pretty low, so.
Get the bad ideas out now.
How's business been, though? Did you get all them shocks out? And
I got another set to do yet this week.
Heck yeah.
And then I was out of decals, so I should have those tomorrow.
Speaking of
That'll be
decals,
good.
can you get me those pink Fox ones that I've been seeing?
Pink Fox ones.
Pink.
I think they're for a mountain bike.
Huh.
I've been seeing them.
I don't know.
The Fox wraps.
I've never seen any in pink.
Yeah, they're hot pink.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they might make like the fork and shock decal kit in pink, but I don't remember.
Oh, for like them 36 millimeter like mountain bike forks or something?
Yeah, that's what it looked like they were
Yeah.
for.
Sure.
But I want some for the ZRT.
There's a guy that repops like the old school ones.
Yeah, I think he wants like $35 a set.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just
Spend that money.
for 2 little stickers.
Huh.
We don't charge $35 for a sticker.
At JAG.
No, Shop Talk. Shop Talk podcast has stickers.
Oh, we don't have any stickers. We that's just a handful. Like I do want to get like some legit hard
ones.
hat stickers made almost.
Yeah,
Like
we could. Yeah, let's line it up.
Yeah. Like
Let's line it up.
Yeah, I got the PDF now, so
Sure. Huh.
Perfect.
But yeah, Vince. Yeah, we were super stoked on kind of branching into the motocross world now. Like now,
Heck yeah.
who will line up next week? I don't know.
how are we gonna top that?
I know.
Hopefully a Harley guy.
with like probably Eli Tomac.
Yeah,
would be the-
yeah.
That won't happen.
I don't know. We're only one person away.
Cool. He's on another podcast right now, dude.
But yeah, I'll be repping the VS3 stickers at Brooks this weekend, Vince. So I'll rep.
Good.
Hopefully, I'll go fast.
Think about getting some of the little iron-on jersey things done up too, so we can just look factory as absolute fuck.
Ooh, that would be cool. Yep.
Yeah, that would be sweet as hell.
But we'll see.
Sure. But I don't know. You got anything else? We're gonna do a shorter show tonight.
Can I put a big one on my race jacket?
I don't care. I'm just getting little ones, man.
The whole back of the jersey. Just VS3 as your number.
Yeah, VS3. Yeah. And then
Put
just
on your
a little 256
windshield.
underneath of it. Yeah. Yeah, goggles would be sweet.
He sold the windshield.
Perfect.
Huh. Okay.
Well, maybe that actually was 5 minutes with Fox.
No,
it's like 15 still.
Yeah, 20 still.
20.
Just about 20.
Where did it go?
You're not playing trivia tonight, Vince?
No, I won't go to trivia by myself. So.
Oh, okay, sure.
Makes sense.
Oh, you should.
If I did, I think Hannah would really hate me.
Oh, you should have asked me to come down there. Like when I told Mandy that Vince and Hannah were at trivia at Zorba's, she said she'd want to do that.
Trivia?
Yeah.
That would be a fun thing if they had it around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
It's not too far.
No.
Tell Jason Paulson, start doing trivia night. I talked to him today.
Oh, really? Huh.
That's irrelevant, though.
Yeah, we just ate at the Trap. What was it, yesterday? 2 days ago?
Yep.
2 days ago.
Yep.
Went there for Easter.
Easter meal at the bar.
No, it was Sunday for lunch or Saturday for lunch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
But Vince, I did have one tech question for you. Since the dirt bike community is coming back out full swing, you have kind of a hard take on hole shot devices.
Yeah.
What's your hot take?
Yeah. Some of them. Well, not some of them. Most of them clamp around the inner bushing in the fork, and people tighten the fuck out of them, and then it clamps the bushing onto your inner tube and causes a bunch of stiction because people are idiots.
Do you got a hole shot device, Kyle?
Fuck no.
Oh,
why do I need that?
I don't know. Your RM was pretty kitted out when you got it.
Yeah,
Not that kitted out.
But yeah, so I sent you that one video there, Vince, where that guy had that fork like disassembled and he tightened up the hole shot device and it wouldn't come back down.
Yeah. I watched that same
That
video.
was stupid fucking fork bleeders that Motion Pro makes.
Oh, what's your opinion about those?
All they do is suck in water and air and other dumb shit and break off.
Oh man, I got those on my bike right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Pull the stickers off.
Pull them VS3 stickers off right now.
They were on it when I got it.
I don't care.
The VS3 stickers?
I've had many bikes, and I take them off and throw them away right away. I can't remember because you can go to like a hardware store and get some, but I can't remember what the size is. Well, for the KTM ones, you can.
Oh.
I think for the KYB, it's a weird shape. So
sure. Kyle did break up the suspension on the Yamaha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, because it's the best.
For sure.
Just like a Polaris P85. Been around for years, and it's the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's better?
I don't know.
Talking about something that actually lasts or something that is tunable.
They do both.
You are fucking up.
You could put rocks as your weights and it still work fucking good.
You can throw rocks in that son bitch.
Yeah.
3 equally balanced rocks.
Yeah, and a fucking pen spring in there, and a fucking thing would work great.
Pen springs.
So yeah, that was a good tech question. If you're not racing, take your hole shot device off.
Yeah.
Nope.
So
or just take it off in general. I wish they would just like outlaw them.
maybe it'll bring you
For
more.
like-
It'll bring you more business though, Vince. So have everybody put them on.
You should advertise that. Yeah. I only work on them if it's got a hole shot device. And then tighten the fuck up.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Vince. Well, good luck on your flight to California.
That's pretty much out of my hands, and we just have to hope that they put the 737 together correctly.
Yeah. God damn.
When you show up in
Hopefully get
California,
one of the early 90s ones. That's what I had last time when I flew to Palm Springs. Like
Thank
the
God.
tiny little screen smaller than my iPhone. I'm like, hell yeah, this thing's fucking making it.
Yep.
yeah.
This thing is built
Looks like
by
the
men.
inside of a Burger King when you were a kid.
When you show up to California, is it that Tupac song, California Love? Dun, dun,
No.
dun, dun, dun. Because it would be if I landed there.
Uh-huh.
When I was in New York, I kept singing, New York.
You didn't sing the T-Swift song?
I don't know which one you're talking about. I've kind of boycotted T-Swift.
Oh, don't let Mandy or Hannah hear that.
It was just
Yeah.
because she was a bad singer right when she started.
People can get
She really
good,
was
though.
not that good.
She sucked.
I don't know. It's pretty good now.
I just don't
When
care.
you think Tim McGraw, that's a banger. Yeah, no.
I said it now.
Yeah. Oh, now.
Recent ones.
I like Lavender Haze is probably my favorite one. You know which one that is.
No.
Bull crap.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like
Yeah.
another singer or something.
I'll have to ask Mandy about that one.
Oh, it's a banger. It slaps.
Okay, I'll ask her. But, okay, Vince, are you working on anything NDA breakable this week, or?
I don't know. Not really.
Oh, that's what we want to hear about. Like,
Yeah.
there's this new technology, you guys. It's a shock that runs on water. It's a hydrogen shock.
Coolant.
It's a hydrogen shock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Liquid cooled shocks.
That'd be about as good as idea as Polaris as liquid cooled brakes.
They fucking work good,
No, they
man.
don't.
I'm telling you right now.
No, they don't.
Kyle, just because it was on an old fucking Polaris doesn't mean it worked good, okay?
I haven't had a problem yet.
Well,
Huh.
The only time I've ever gotten them hot is when they had a rubber brake line hose. Then the rubber swells.
Yeah.
that's another thing that people do in the motor industry that's fucking dumb.
Rubber brake lines?
No, they change their brake lines to braided ones because they think the stock ones aren't braided because it's got a black covering on it.
Mm.
My Spaniel was like, oh, it's got braided brake lines. Well, it had braided brake lines and it was made by a real company, but now you put shitty fucking ones on it. So,
Yeah.
Nice job.
Nice job.
High
Like-
five.
Like, okay, like it's not a TTR 125. That has an actual rubber brake line on it,
Mhm.
Yeah, true.
but your motorbike does not.
That's just how people do it.
Well, people are idiots.
Aftermarket shit is so cool.
What?
Aftermarket shit is so
Like
cool.
what?
Nothing.
Oh,
Pipes.
pipes are cool.
Pipes actually make power.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just for looks.
I tried 2 or 3 different pipes and exhaust systems on the 450, and we went right back to stock.
Mm-hmm. That checks out.
Fair.
Yeah.
Touche.
Fair.
Do
That
you
was a good one. On
from-
Pulp.
From Pulp, yep.
Yeah.
That little kid.
Yeah, that was
Fair.
hilarious. You'd have to listen to it, Brody.
Sure,
There's
okay.
this little kid that called in Pulp, chewed out Mathis for blowing him off at the track.
Yeah.
And he came out, Steve came out with this whole list of like, well, I don't know, man. Am I just supposed to yell at the little kids? Just come on, little kids. Like, and the little kid, like after the debate, he's just like, fair.
It was good.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Fair.
But well, okay, Vince. VS3 suspension is the place to go if you want good shocks.
I'll do it.
You heard it here,
It's like
folks.
Nike.
He'll do it.
It's like Nike. I'll do it.
Yep.
I don't think that's the saying.
I'll,
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's like Nike.
he'll get it
Right.
done.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's a good slogan. There's your slogan.
That's what I'm saying. There we go.
Forks and shocks. I'll do it.
Just
VS3. I'll do
monotone as fuck. I'll do it.
We'll get you connected with Star Racing Yamaha, Vince.
Yeah.
And that's going on the soundboard.
I'll do it.
I'll be pushing that every other minute.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh Jesus.
Well, okay, Vince. Well, we'll look at the clock a little bit better next time. Sorry about that. So,
no worries.
but okay, have a good week, Vince. I have to go back to work this week as well. So
Nice.
Oh man.
So dumb. All right. Talk to you guys later.
Yep. Sounds good.
Love
See
you.
ya.
Love you. Bye. Mega flow.
Okay. Bye now. Mega flow.
Vince is just home alone, just mega float into his phone.
What do you think he does when he hangs up the phone?
Probably cracks open another Twisted Tea.
Tweeze?
I had seen when we were going along, and I was like, oh man, I told Vince kind of around this time, and I was like, oh, I'll just wait.
Just apologize.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Vince.
Yep. Thank you for being so lenient with your schedule.
Yep. But yeah, super cool show.
Yeah.
Super cool. I don't know how we're going to top it. Next weekend. Duluth National. Yeah. Woo.
Hey, you never know. It could be a banger.
Could be.
Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to try to line something up. We'll see if we get anything or not. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll see. Awesome. Shorter show?
Yeah.
Wrap.
Brody.
Oh, God.
Movie select.
Oh, you're
movie.
You're serious about that.
Movie
Okay.
suggestion. Just give the people, in case there's people out there that like movies just as much as you. Like, just give them just one suggestion.
First movie that pops in your head.
Well, okay. The first one that I'm thinking of is the second Rebel Moon movie coming out on Netflix. Zack Snyder made a movie last year called Rebel Moon.
Is it a cartoon?
No. It's Star Wars, just more PG-13.
Okay.
And so the second one, the sequel, is coming out April 19th or something on Netflix. If you have Netflix, watch Rebel Moon. Badass movie, but
and then you get to look forward to number 2.
Yeah, but in June or July, at the end of summer, he's releasing 2 rated R versions of the movies that are an hour longer and also rated R. And so like these movies are going to be rated R, Star Wars, super messed up and dark.
That'll be
space
sweet.
Adventures, and yeah, I'm pumped for those movies.
I don't know if I like this segment.
No, I'm gonna have to go watch Rebel Moon.
Yeah, no, hey, have you not watched Rebel Moon? Dude,
Never heard of it.
It's a badass movie. It's Star Wars, but darker, more adult.
They have lightsabers and everything.
Yeah, they got some weird lightsabers, kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out.
Kyle, Levi Valley, try 5.
Yeah, no go, bro.
No?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say no because I was stoked when you asked me.
Yeah,
because I had thought about it for that whole rest of that day.
Yeah, I just kind of decided. I've done some research, and it's not a real race.
No, it's a costume
contest.
Pretty much.
See if your sled can make it 45 minutes.
Sure.
It's like I'd rather see if I can make it for 45 minutes and win.
Yeah. If
rather
it was an actual race.
Yeah.
The hill cross stuff to go watch would be cool.
Yeah, I was also thinking about running in that, but
You got your the mod snow cross sled.
well, I got my new sled too,
Oh yeah, I suppose.
but it's gonna get down to dirt. So
Yeah,
that's my main concern. If I try and sell that machine,
sure.
I just want to keep it nice as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's after I'd looked at the dates, the same date as UFC 300. So we kind of planned on watching that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we gotta watch that
For sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
We'll think about it a little bit more.
The Tri 5? Or,
Hillcross.
I don't know. It's a long ways to go out there just for that.
Yeah.
Or you could come over and watch people beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah. Also got to go riding this weekend. So
Yeah, Brooks this weekend.
that should be the plan. I don't know if there's any other plans going on.
Oh, sure. That you don't know of?
I'm working on 3 schedules right now.
3.
My wife and my kid and mine.
Oh.
It sounds more like 2, but okay. I didn't know your kid had a planner.
You never know what's going to happen.
These kids, they're so advanced nowadays.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
No, I'm stoked to go riding this weekend. We still got merch available.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I'll bring some up there as a track.
Maybe. Yeah.
If anybody wants some.
Never know.
Bring stickers.
We don't have any stickers. Though we have like a handful. I think those are like pink.
They're pink and yellow.
The 2 worst colors.
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't say that. My bike is pink and yellow.
And your brother made those stickers.
Oh,
damn it.
yeah.
Thought there was one other thing.
Watch Rebel Moon. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah,
go.
you got to check that out.
I'm going to finish my Ben Affleck movie tonight.
Yeah. The Accountant. That's also a good movie on Netflix now.
I forgot.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
We'll end on I forgot.
Yeah, just cut it off at that.
Just done.
Yeah. No, I totally forgot what I was going to say. Yeah. Shop Talk Podcast, episode 26.
I'm okay with the movie. Like, I'll keep up the movie thing.
Just no weird movies. None of your weird anime movies. We're talking like,
These are legit movies I'm going to bring up.
okay, legit movies.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
The
Yeah.
Land Before Time.
What?
The Land Before Time.
The dinosaur movies.
Yeah. Fucking
Okay.
bangers.
Yeah, merch available. Brooks is the best track in Minnesota.
I already did my.
Jazz hands.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you again to Kyle.
Yep. Super cool.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. See you guys.
Yep.